How you doing, guys? I'm Trent Sanderson. You're tuning in here to the infamous Living Room Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. 1 month maximum focus challenge is in full effect. So make sure you're staying focused on all your dreams, all the goals that you have for yourself, anything that you would like to become, person that you would like to be. Make sure you stay focused on it. Not just focus, but maximize your focus. You know, and like I said in the last video, if you didn't watch the last video, I need you to go watch that. Sometimes when you have that maximum focus going on, things tend to shake up around you. You know, things tend to shake up and you kind of like arouse things and your reality begins to start shifting and, you know, things begin to become different, you know, and so you got to still maintain your sanity. You still got to maintain sanity, you know, at the same time while everything out here is shifting because you're doing all this internal changing on the inside. So maximum focus is the key. But I want to tell you something right now that is very, very effective if you want to become successful for whatever you want to achieve, if you want to go out here and do miraculous things, guys. It's really important how to influence people instantly. How do you influence people instantly? Now, this is something that a lot of people think is very hard because, you know, a lot of people are not people's persons, or so to speak. You know, a lot of people don't really deal with a lot of people on a regular basis. Like, a lot of people are not social. A lot of people are not extrovert. You know, most people are introvert. Like, once upon a time, I was an introvert, so I decided I want to get out here and start making videos every day. But anyway, like, a lot of people are just the type of person that like to relax, you know, and to kick back and to chill and watch a movie. And I love to sit back and chill and watch a movie. You know, that's me. You know, and so when I run into introverted people, it's like a relief. It's like, you know, back to reality again. But anyway, there is a way to influence people instantly, especially if you're a business person out there. You want to come up with your own business. You know, you want to, you know, create your own niche. You want to create your own brand or whatever it is that you're trying to create for yourself. There is a way that you can instantly attract people in that very instant, in that conversation that you're having when you're out in the bar, you know, when you're out at the mall, you know, when you're at the lounge, you know, in the car having a conversation with a total stranger that you volunteered to take down the street because you feel like they needed a ride. There is a way to influence people, and these are the ways to influence people. First things first, guys, you got to make sure that you're treating people with the utmost respect. The utmost respect. And when I say utmost respect, I mean the, like, really praising them. You know what I'm saying? But of course you're not getting down to your knees and you're not crossing your hands or anything like that. You know, you're just really looking at all the good things about them and you're taking it in accountability and then you're actually giving it back to them. You know? See, a lot of us look in the mirror every day, but do we have anybody to tell us how we look? No, I don't think so. We don't. Like, I wish I had somebody to say, Trennis, you look good. Trennis, oh my God, the tank top is great. Oh my God, Trennis, I like your little ring and your little bracelets and stuff like that. You know, but we don't have people to actually tell us how good we look every day. But if we did, oh boy, if we did, how big would our egos be? But anyway, back to the point, how to influence people instantly is you make sure that you get back to them the type of respect that they feel like they deserve, you know, and that is just really praising them, looking upon them as though they are greater than thou yourself. And that's absolutely true because people are unique. You are unique, they're unique. So they have qualities about them that they possess that you don't have. So coming from your perspective, they are greater than you. All people that you meet are greater than you. It's just that you have to change your perception about how you see them. And see, that's the problem with most of us human beings. Like, we walk outside every day because we're so trapped in our own body. We're so trapped in our own shell, our own temple, our own being, that we fail to realize that these people out here are great as well. So when you can just uplift somebody's spirit to show them how wonderful they are, oh man, it's just so good to just look around and see a bunch of demigods walking around like God over there. There's a God right there, there's a God right there, there's a God right there. We're all gods on the face of the earth who can do anything that we put our mind to, and the sky is the limit. But last time I checked, I think we had somebody to go past the limit of sky and actually land on the moon. Neil Armstrong, the first astronaut to land on the moon. So there are many ways to influence people, guys, but another way you might want to influence another person is, I got you, through your very own actions. You ever heard the terminology leading by example? Exactly. Sometimes you might want to just lead by example, you know? But when you lead by example, you have to make sure that you're not putting out any negative energies. Because if you have kids or something like teenagers and stuff like that, whatever you do, they watch. And if you're doing negative things, if you're doing the wrong things, you know, you can continue to mess up and they could pick up some of your negative traits and live out those same lifestyle qualities when they get your age. And you don't want that to happen for your kids. So it's very important. You got to make sure you watch everything you do, because there's always somebody watching. I was watching 48 Hours a Day, and you know how the crime scene investigation works. They're looking for the clues. They're trying to find a bloodstream, and you know, usually the situation is nobody is around. Nobody was there. Nobody saw it. But see, one thing CSI investigators know is that there's always somebody somewhere looking, being nosy, trying to see what's going on. There's always somebody looking at you. Just like right now, I have like 10 people looking at me as I make this video. So if I was to leave this point right here, right now, this moment right here, right now, and go somewhere else and do something totally different, and something tragic happens, the CSI would come back here, and that same person that saw me leave and heard about it on the news would come back here because they knew this is where I was, and they will report it. It's life. Somebody's always watching you. Somebody is always watching you. So you want to make sure that you're always leading by example. That's the best way to teach anybody. You know, I like to hear a lot of people talk, and I like to hear a lot of people do this, do that. But you know one thing I'm more thrilled by, and I think you are too, because it's all about making ourselves better, other people's lives better, and a better pace. I love to see people actually putting their money where their mouth is. I love to see people actually doing the actions of what they're saying. Because a lot of people like to talk. A lot of people like to say they're going to do this. A lot of people like to say they're going to do that. But when you look at their life, when you look at the actions that they're supposed to be doing and all the things they're supposed to be achieving, where is it? Where is it? I mean, yeah, talk to me. That's cool. Shake my hand. Give me a hug, baby girl. But where's this business that you're talking about? Where's this great man that you're talking about? What is it about you that makes you special? But like I said, anyway, there are many ways. I can go on and on and on about how to influence people instantly. Another way to influence people instantly is the simple thing called a smile. A smile. A smile. In that very moment, present, date, and time, wherever you are, when you're surrounded by people, you are an influence. And based on your actions, based on what you're doing in that moment, is what influenced them. You know, if you're giving off the positive vibes, if you're smiling, if you look good, you smell good, you look clean, you look fresh, deodorized, I hope you're deodorized, you will influence the person. If you have on a nice perfume, nice smelling perfume, you will influence the person because you thought about something that could make somebody else's life better. Because you thought this fragrance smells so good, you thought everybody else should smell it and figure out what this fragrance is. And that they ask you, where did you get this fragrance from? And so this is what it's all about, guys. There are several ways to influence people, but you always have to come on the optimistic side in order to find all those ways. You can never be pessimistic when you walk out into events, you know, in different circumstances and situations in life. If you're not thinking on an optimistic point of view, you always have to be thinking optimistically about every action that you're going to make. And when you start thinking like that, you're going to make everybody around you great. And you're going to influence them instantly. I'm Trennis Henderson, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the infamous Living Realm Network. Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a nice comment at the very bottom in the description section. Well, actually, the comment section, the description section. If you want to visit the website and find more out about the Maximum Challenge that we're doing here every single month, please go to Realm Challenges on the website. You will see the challenges that we do every single month. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. It's hot out here, guys.